All right, guys, we soldier on through the Christmas season. We're going to take another look at a Christmas video. This one is about Krampus, St. Nicholas, and Ded Moroz. These are Christmas legends popular around the world, and this video is done by See You in History Mythology.
Where's Belschnickel?
I don't know. I'm
How
sure
come no
you can find
Belschnickel?
some more Christmas legends if
Go
you
watch
want.
The Office Christmas Dwight Belschnickel's in that one.
Santa Claus spends much of the year manufacturing the most varied toys with the help of his helper elves. And on Christmas Eve, he journeys around the world in his flying sleigh pulled by magical reindeer. The toys are given to children who have behaved properly throughout the year, while misbehaving kids only get a chunk of coal. Although a time of joy and celebration, Christmas can also be marked by a dark beast known as the Krampus, a creature so fearsome that it is the source of nightmares for children and even adults. According to the beliefs of different peoples, Krampus is a hideous monster, half demon and half goat, who follows Santa Claus when he goes out to visit houses on Christmas Eve. Krampus's legend began in the Austrian Alps, where Christmas festivities start at the beginning of December. Within this culture, Krampus is as important as Santa Claus himself. Folklore beliefs suggest that Krampus would show up on a date known as Krampusnacht, the night of December 5th, roaming the dark streets of the villages, hauling rusty chains and looking for misbehaving children. Should Krampus smell wicked children, he would enter their homes and drag them out of bed, followed by whipping them with a wooden stick. The terrible punishments were far from over. After the beating, Krampus would throw the children into a basket and take them to hell, where they would be imprisoned for 1 year. Often,
Jeez.
Krampus would appear next to Santa Claus. While the latter read out a list of each misdeed, the children would be huddled in a corner of the room, trembling
Lord.
with fear under Krampus's cruel eyes.
What the hell?
Parents in olden times used Krampus's story to threaten their children all year round, and vowed that the terrifying creature would indeed come to their homes if the children ignored the warnings. As the legend of Krampus swept through other European countries, it soon took on new versions, but its stories always kept a macabre pattern. To this day, most Alpine towns hold festivals following the old Austrian tradition, in which a masquerade costume parade is held, allowing anyone to dress up as Krampus and wear wooden masks, typically handmade and terrifying. Notwithstanding his pagan origins, Krampus was absorbed into Christian Christmas traditions. Even though he is a controversial figure for modern times, he still has a profound influence on Christmas traditions. He represents an idea that evil people will be punished for their mistakes, and when he stands next to Santa Claus, Krampus symbolizes the duality between good and evil, two forces that, in some beliefs, rule the order of life and the universe. The name Santa Claus
Man, that escalated.
Wow.
Rule the orders of the universe.
Nothing keeps the kids in line like a horrifying story about what'll happen if
Yay! Isn't this fun?
you're naughty. Oh, geez. Yeah, Krampus, I didn't even know about Krampus till probably like a few years ago. I didn't, as a kid. It said that it kind of like got merged in with like the kind of the Christian narrative. I've never heard of that.
Yeah, I definitely didn't hear about it till I was like a man, pretty much.
Yeah.
And then that movie Krampus exists, and that's one of my go-to Christmas movies. I like
I've
it.
never even seen it.
I like it.
I didn't even
It's
know.
super like what do you call it? Tacky, kitschy. What is the word? Campy.
Yeah. Sure.
But it's fun. That movie, I thought.
Yeah. It kind of reminds me of some of the old fairy tales that people talk about, like not the clean versions that get told today, but apparently a lot of the fairy tales that were told back in the late 1800s, I think, were like pretty dark.
Pretty interesting, all the variations of Santa Claus and Christmas mythology. You know what I mean? Like, there's something about around that date, around the 25th, that just it's just like a gravitron for mythology.
Yeah. It might say something about us needing like a whole, like a thing, something to like push towards, like an event, because it just becomes bigger and bigger, it seems like, over the years. Christmas is monolith of a day that comes and then is over in the blink of an eye.
Just pour some dazzling, sparkly things all over this seasonal defective disorder. Just colors everywhere.
It's got to have something to carry through the two darkest months ahead to come, February and January. Just blistering cold and snow to be shoveled.
Yeah.
But anyway, continue on.
Often suggests images of a jolly, chubby man in a red suit, distributing presents and spreading joy. But the origins of this festive celebrity are much older and firmly rooted in Christian history and tradition. The Santa Claus figure has its traces in Saint Nicholas of Myra, a saint who lived in the 4th century. He was born in the late 3rd century in Patara, Lycia, in present-day Turkey. Saint Nicholas is frequently remembered as a protector of the destitute and the downtrodden. He became Bishop of Myra and was famous for his generous acts and miracles. One of the most well-known stories about Saint Nicholas recounts how he helped 3 poor sisters who had no dowry to marry. Legend has it that Nicholas secretly threw purses of gold through the windows of the sisters' house on 3 different nights, saving them from an ill-fated destiny. This generous deed is often cited as the origin of the custom of hanging up socks or shoes to collect gifts. On account of his many charitable acts and the miracles attributed to him, Nicholas was canonized and is venerated in many Christian traditions. Besides being the patron saint of children, he is also regarded as the protector of sailors, merchants, archers, and even prisoners. The Day of St. Nicholas, December 6th, is observed in many European countries. Children are often given small gifts on this day in remembrance of the saint's generous deeds. St. Nicholas's transformation into the modern Santa Claus is a consequence of centuries of cultural evolution and the blending of traditions. St. Nicholas's veneration traveled to Northern Europe and mixed with Germanic and Nordic pagan traditions. For example, he became known as Sinterklaas in Holland. With time, and especially with the migration of Europeans to the Americas, the persona of Sinterklaas evolved into Santa Claus in English. Although his modern appearance and many of his features have been influenced by various cultures and even advertising campaigns, St. Nicholas's essence of generosity and kindness endures. St. Nicholas has transcended time and geographical boundaries.
I love how there's like all this happy jolliness contrasted against certain cultures that are like, but watch out because you'll get beaten with a stick and given a lump of coal. And like, I'm just imagining like, it's funny when you see a kid encounter like there's not many clowns anymore, but they're just like, you know what I mean? Like some Santa like at the mall and the kid's just like absorbing it. Because some of this shit, even if it comes smiling, is scary. I'm just going to get to it. Some of this stuff, some people will be like, it sounds like you a baby back bitch. But I'm going, no, to a kid, a big old confusing world. Yeah. They're praying to like a stained glass. I remember I was at the mall with my mom when I was a kid one time and we were like going to see, it was Christmas time. Yeah. I was going to get a picture with Santa or something. And I used to pray to Santa when I was little. Yeah, I remember I was in the mall and I was like, Mom, is it the Father, the Son, and Santa Claus? Oh, and she laughed like, oh God, but come on, talk about like totally easily confusable. Yeah. Like, please, Santa, give me presents this year. Praying to this thing. What you're seeing right now is somebody just going hyper cynical. I'm just I'm just reveling in the cynicism of what can be cynicized here.
Well, if you want to go down that route, just look how far the character of Santa has deviated from the original character and the whole, like, the evolution that's taken place. Like, I wonder how many people would be on board for Christmas if it was like, you're not going to get gifts for anyone who knows you. No one will know that you ever gave a gift to them. You'll do it, out of the kindness of your heart. You'll give a gift and no one will know it was you who did it. Wonder how popular Christmas would be if that was how it was treated. Would everyone be, doling out the same amount of gifts, spending all the money that they spend around Christmas time?
The reciprocative aspect of it. Like, don't get me wrong. Where there's always going to be somebody doing good, whether it's Christmas or not. Whether it's the stinking middle of August or Christmas. Good people that are earnest and doing things for, like, some good cause. They're going to be as equal to the people that do stuff tactfully, and it really doesn't even come down to good and bad, quite frankly. Yeah. But I'm saying it's true. The holiday has become hyper reciprocative. You know what I mean? Like it's like you're not really giving gifts.
I get you a gift and you get me a gift.
Oh my God, I'm just doing the taxes. How much are we planning on spending on Christmas this year? Like, well, we have to get this person a gift and we have to get this person a gift. Yeah. We have to. You know what I mean? There's I'm sure for a lot of people there's a bit of that.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I don't know why we're going so cynical with this thing. It's just I'm looking at these characters and there's a picture of Santa smiling with a big maniacal smile. You know what I mean? But I probably was that kid that wasn't enjoying what everybody else was lining up to be happy about, because I was like, what the hell's really going on here?
Well, I liked the first Santa, the Catholic Santa or whatever that threw the money purses into
Saint Nicholas.
Gave it to I don't even know if he was the original.
Yeah, kind of hard to find any kind of fault with that.
Yeah,
why look even for it? Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah, he's just doing a good charitable deed.
It's hilarious how it's evolved into what we got now. So deviated from the original.
Well, what we have now, and by the way, I'm happy we live now. I wouldn't want to live in any of those Oliver Twist Christmases where you might get a hit for doing the wrong thing and everybody's freezing. I'm glad it's nowadays, but the reality of nowadays is it's just like, who are we kidding? It's super commercialized. You're wearing probably an expensive Christmas shit right now. You know what I mean? Like, you gotta have the ugliest sweater for the office party. You gotta buy a bunch of stuff, and then it just all becomes like and visit a million different people.
Transactional,
because the divorce rate's so high, so everybody's going a million different directions every Christmas, geez. And that's probably stimulates the economy a big chunk. It's probably like, oh man, we're heading. At least Christmas is coming, and that'll give a good shot in the arm for the economy.
Maybe.
Well, some stores probably exist just for Christmas. It's like you go to the movies and they're like, come on, we make our money off the snack.
Oh yeah, thing. The economy like gets a giant shot in the arm because all these jobs get fabricated around Christmas, like part-time jobs, people working over the holidays and stuff to get all the products out there and everything.
Yes, and there's probably some stores that are like bonus time. You know what I mean? Like, this is what gets us through.
Yep. Well, we have one more character to see here, so we'll finish off Santa, see who the third guy is, and then we'll end it out.
This ancient saint's legacy lives on in our modern Christmas celebrations, constantly reminding us of the spirit of generosity and the value of compassion and kindness. In an ever-changing world, St. Nicholas's long-lasting influence is a reminder of the power of virtuous deeds and shared humanness. The icy grandfather Ded Moroz is a mythical figure connected to winter in Slavic folklore, and a key figure in Russian and some other Slavic countries' New Year and Christmas festivities. Ded Moroz is a tall old man with a long white beard, wearing a fur-lined long coat, a tall fur hat, and a walking stick. He is often joined by his granddaughter and helper Snegorochka, the Snow Maiden. She is a pretty young girl dressed in a winter outfit, helping Ded Moroz to bring gifts and spread joy to the children during the winter vacations. Her presence lends a touch of charm to the holiday celebrations. Russian tradition says that Ded Moroz resides in the far north, in a land of perpetual winter. On New Year's Eve or Christmas, he travels in a sleigh pulled by 3 white horses to hand out presents to children. Kids are urged to behave nicely and be kind all year round, so that Ded Moroz can bring them presents as a reward. Families usually invite someone to dress up as Ded Moroz and visit their homes to give presents and share the joy of the holiday. Ded Moroz is a much-loved figure in Russian and Slavic culture, epitomizing the wintry spirit and providing happiness and joy to children and families during the festive season. He exemplifies how distinct cultures can have similar figures, but with their own unique stories and characteristics. Whilst the West celebrates Santa Claus at Christmas, many in Eastern Europe look forward to the arrival of Ded Moroz and Snegorochka at New Year, uniting in celebration, hope, and joy.
Well, as long as they didn't leave some details out about Ded Moroz, he was my favorite Santa.
Yeah.
It's pretty simple, pretty basic, brings
basic.
Gifts.
Kind of a lot like, to me, it seems more like the modern Santa, where you're good, you get some gifts.
Yeah.
And a lot of it seems to be about like, it's related to like how you are as a person. These stories all seem relevant to like what type of a person are you is going to reflect the entity that comes and arrives once a year to give you your reward or your punishment. That seems to be the like what it's all about at the end of the day, right? So
can you imagine if it was real though? Like if there was any reality to it, that if you were bad, whatever that is, I don't know, lying and swearing, like it's catered to kids. Like, but can you imagine if the reality was like, well, you get coal now.
Yeah.
Like,
how did you never piece that together as a kid? Like, I don't know anyone that ever got coal.
Is the same kid that gets coal like, I stole an Xbox 3 months ago. What are you talking? I don't care. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like they would only influence the kids that are sort of scared, prone to fear anyway. And like, I'll be good. You should be good. Santa's watching out, and some other kids are so Santa bitch. You know what I mean? Like, who is it really for? And we're going too deep with it. Somebody out there's going, you guys are ruiners. It's just fun and nice. It's just nice. Santa, you know,
it's fun.
I never got coal. I never was like so bad that I got coal.
I can remember, like you mentioned, that you used to pray to Santa. I remember I was like bad one year. I remember like I got into a fight with my parent, like mom and dad, and was like I went to bed on like a bad note, and I was like, oh no. I was like, Santa, please, I'm sorry.
Yes.
Santa, forgive me.
Yeah. Father, Santa. You know what I mean? What do I need to do to get presents?
I was very happy to get presents when I woke up the next day.
It's just, there's a way of looking at it where you take it apart and it's kind of funny.
Yeah. But anyway,
Merry Christmas.
said. Yeah, sure. You guys let us know. I'm sure there's got to be some other Christmas legends out there. Let us know in the comments about, you know, who's missed here and what you thought about these three characters. And hopefully you liked our reaction on this. If you did, don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, share this with a friend, and everyone, till next time,
stay spiritual.